welcome back to another episode of the Big Podcast with Naja Brinee. Now, I don't want to make this too long. This is the first episode back. I want to do probably like 15-20 minutes, so we'll see how it go. I like to talk a lot. Like now, you see in this intro, I'm talking a lot. Stop it. But today's episode is going to be about Payback. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't like it. The matches flowed a little bit better than SummerSlam's, and that says a lot because I was at SummerSlam. I mean, I enjoyed SummerSlam because I was there in the moment. Then watching it back on TV, I'm like, okay, I see why some people didn't like SummerSlam. But, yeah, Payback, I wouldn't say it's pay-per-view of the year. I didn't enjoy the whole pay-per-view. I enjoyed maybe like 2.5 matches. So I'm not going to talk about the whole pay-per-view. But the matches I'm not going to be talking about. I'm not talking about Rey Mysterio's cereal match. I don't know why he keep getting the cereal match. I'm not talking about Rey Mysterio's match. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. And don't get me wrong, Seth and Shinsuke Nakamura's match was really good too. It just wasn't my favorite match of the night. That's just my opinion. Love them both, but that just wasn't my match of the night. But I will be talking about 3 matches. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this too long, because I'm rambling again. I'm so sorry. I haven't done this in a while. Hi y'all, I miss y'all. But the first match I'm going to talk about is the opening match, Trish versus Becky. Delivered 10 out of 10, 5 stars out of 5 stars. I know everybody throws this match of the year candidate thing. I do not throw that out. I've probably thrown that out maybe like 2 times this year. So this match is definitely like up there with going towards like candidates for a match of the year. That whole match from start to finish, they had, maybe it was planned, but they both had on the same color gear scheme thing going on. It was cute. I liked it. And man, they were brutal that whole match. Like, they were brutal. Like, I love when the women are in the cage matches and utilize the cage and get nasty, because they was getting nasty. You see, they had bruises halfway through the match. Trish had the big old knot on her forehead. I know that hurt, especially with the bumps she was taking. Speaking of bumps, like all the crazy spots, like what was it? Becky's leg drop from the second. I can't speak, but Becky's leg drop from the second rope. The most insane spot out that whole match. One of the most insane spots out that whole match was when Trish was on top of the cage and she was literally dangling upside down off a cage. You know how much trust you have to have in your... Sorry, my dog really interrupted me. But you know how much trust you have to have in yourself and the person you're fighting to hang upside down off the top of a steel cage? Like, Trish is insane for that. Like, absolutely insane for that. And then the paying homage spots they did, like Trish hit the Widow's Peak into Victoria's little crazy girl thing, and then Becky hit the twist of fate. Like, I love women's wrestling, man. But yeah, after Zoe like interrupted, like Becky's superplex from on top of the cage, well, from pulling Trish from on top of the cage, and Becky was on the top rope. My back, after watching that, this is why I can't be no wrestler. Then Becky winning with the manhandle slam from the top rope. Like, I'm telling y'all, that was, in my opinion, match of the night. Is definitely up there with match of the year candidates. Like, that was perfect. That was a perfect way to end their story, and a perfect way to start Trish and Zoe too. Cause I don't think Trish going nowhere anytime soon. Like, I think she's just gonna continue wrestling at least till like Mania or something. But this was perfect to start a Trish and Zoe feud. And I think a Trish and Zoe feud would help put Zoe over, because I know a lot of people just like, a lot of casual people don't watch, not casuals, but a lot of people don't watch NXT, so they didn't know like how nasty Zoe is in the ring. Not nasty like it like hard, but like nasty, like that girl can go nasty. So I think if this is potential, like when Trish comes back after she like relaxes, gets a deserved break, I think when Trish comes back, having Zoe and Trish start a feud, that'll help put Zoe over. And like I said, Zoe's nasty in the ring. Like, I can't like articulate my words, but like Zoe's nasty in the ring, and like I said, her feuding with Trish it's gonna help her get over as an established wrestler, and like just with the fans in general, because I know like some fans don't see the hype in Zoe. I'm like, listen, Zoe can go, all right, and having your first, like, not first, but like her first real feud against a Hall of Famer and the person like your mentor, sign me up. And the next match I'm gonna get into, I'm not gonna talk like too much about it, but like I'm gonna talk about it anyway. It's LA Knight versus The Miz. Y'all know LA Knight, that's my dude, that's my guy. Love LA Knight. Hey. Now I know it was just a regular match, wasn't nothing special. Well, not want to say nothing special. It was a pay-per-view match. I'm thinking like it's no stipulations in it. It's just a normal one-on-one match. And John Cena being the special guest referee, cool. Especially if you follow John Cena on Instagram, and he's been posting LA Knight lately. And I know, even though like LA Knight's gonna be LA Knight like on TV in general, but I think John Cena referee, like, being a special guest ref for that match was actually really perfect, especially since you can see more of like a passing of the torch endorsement kind of thing. I love the fact that he beat Miz clean, no help, nothing. I mean, he never needed help anyway, but I love when he wins clean. Like, ever since the Battle Royale at SummerSlam, he's been winning, and I love it. I love the streak is on. I know this is eventually going to lead to a title, but my thing is with LA Knight, as much as I love him, I don't want him to win a title yet, because I know how fans are, and I know the second he wins a title, people going to turn on him. I want him to continue, not even building momentum, because he has it. Like, he's literally one of the most over people on the roster, next to Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. Like, he's up there with like top people who's been in WWE for years. And the fact that he's this over, and he got this over so fast, like, when he first came to the main roster, I was so scared, because why y'all make him a male model recruiter? Like, I never watched TNA and Impact until recently, when Trinity got signed. But yeah, I never watched his career beforehand, but from day one in NXT, that's been my dude. Like, that's been my dude. So I was so glad he went back to LA Knight, and then watching his like growth from just like crowd reactions and even his confidence. Like, he's always been confident, but you can tell now, since the crowd is like fully behind him. Bless you, stars. You can tell the crowd is fully behind him. Like, that confidence is through the roof. So the fact that he has John Cena, like, who has been in the company for decades, literally still is one of their top people, no matter what. The fact that John Cena like endorses LA Knight, it's only going up from here. It's only going up from here, man. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. This LA Knight push. Listen, because the second he finally wins a title, y'all gonna have to scoop me off the floor like people had to do at SummerSlam when he won the Battle Royal. Like, I love LA Knight, man. I love him so much, man. But yeah, And I'm glad that his first feud outside of Bray Wyatt, may he rest in peace, is The Miz. Like, and The Miz hasn't been holding back either. Y'all got to give The Miz his flowers too. Like, I give him his flowers. The Miz is awesome in the ring. He's awesome in the mic. But when he invested in a storyline like he is with LA Knight, I don't care what kind of match they have, the back and forth and all that, the chemistry is there. Like, but yeah, I didn't think I was gonna talk that much about that match. I mean, I talked about LA Knight the whole time, but yeah, I'm actually gonna watch that match again just for the simple fact, like, their chemistry is through the roof. But congratulations to my guy LA Knight. Now the last match I'm gonna talk about is the KO and Sammy versus the Judgment Day, the Steel City Street Fight. I'll get to why my face is like that then. But now that, whatever that, I mean, I get in certain states you got certain laws and rules, but that match right there, that's a real street fight. A real street fight. Like, they was going in. Like, putting Finn in the trash can, the kendo sticks, Dom interrupting. I mean, it's Judgment Day. They're all gonna jump in eventually. And JD, don't me Google me, popping up. Why are you, why did this, no. And like, I don't know, the coolest things to me in that match, like, it wasn't even like spots or nothing. It was like when KO and Sammy popped back up in the jerseys. They looked straight out of like a damn horror movie. That was so cool. And Rhea sparing Kevin Owens through the barricade. Now, my only thing is, I get why they wanted all the gold. I get why they put the gold on Judgment Day, but I think Sammy and KO should have held the titles a little longer. And I know their reign hasn't been the best, and it's not their fault. They did really good. Like, yes, we know their booking could have been better as the unified tag team champs. It's not their fault. It's the way they were booked and how they were booked. And then KO was injured for a minute too. I think they should have held the titles just a little bit longer, in my opinion. Just a little bit longer. They had them since Mania, but definitely should have held them a little bit longer. And I don't know, just their booking in general was just really just odd to me. Like, really odd. And like I said, I get why they would put the titles on the Judgment Day. Congratulations to Finn for being finally getting Grand Slam champ status. That was really cool, and I'm glad he hit that. Cause y'all know I love me some Finn Balor and Damian Priest. But I got sidetracked because they are. But I repeat again, I get why, because Judgment Day is as annoying and over them as we all are. They are the most actual, like, dominant team on Raw. My thing is, I think they're trying to not replicate, but trying to build another faction the way the Bloodline is, so that when the Bloodline story is over, they got something else to fall back on. But it doesn't work when a lot of people, I know there's people that still love the Judgment Day, but a lot, like, the crowd obviously still likes the Judgment Day. Casual people like the Judgment Day. Like I said, like the IWC, we're a crumb of actual wrestling fans, like the casual wrestling fans. But even like going to certain shows, like when I go to shows, even like I'll meet casual people, they kind of say the same thing. They kind of tired of the Judgment Day trying to be the Bloodline. Like I said, I get why they wanted the Judgment Day to hold all the gold. Damian Priest is senior Money in the Bank. mad about Money in the Bank, by the way, but congratulations. But yeah, I keep repeating it. I see why they want to, but this is just my opinion. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. They're really trying to do this long-term story thing like they are with the bloodline, and it's not going to work with everybody in every faction because they are not the bloodline. Like, and a lot of people, you have your women's champion not in no, like, she always in their stuff, but they never, except for Dom, I mean, it's Dom, but they never, like, in her stuff. Like, Dom will come and just, like, distract the ref, but, like, my thing, I want Rhea to be more, I get it, that's her group, I want her to be more involved in the women's stuff. Can't blame her title reign either. It's the booking, but the squashing, all the squash matches gotta stop. They gotta stop. You can make your champion look dominant without squashing everybody in 2 minutes. Look at Bianca's reign, for example. Bianca is the longest reigning women's champ of our era, of the modern era, just of our era in general. She's the longest reigning women's champion. And throughout that whole year plus she was champion, Bianca never had a squash match. She made herself look dominant, and the women she worked with look dominant as well. And that's my only problem with Rhea's reign. Like, I would like it more if she wasn't just squashing people all the time. Like, have a good match more. You can have, Rhea's more than capable of having a good 15-20 minute match. Especially with some of the women she be going with. Like, these 2 to 5 minute squash matches just is not it. That's not making her look, in my opinion, as dominant as champions, other women's champions before her. Like, you don't have to squash everybody in under 25 seconds to look dominant. That's my only issue with her reign. Judgment Day, same thing. I see, like, little bloodline crumbs. Like, now you got JD, Don't Google Me, trying to, sorry, Kevin Owens called him JD Don't Google Me one time, and I've been calling him that since. But you got JD Don't Google Me trying to get into Judgment Day, almost as similar as Sami Zayn was getting into the bloodline. Now they're gonna, like, you can see this coming. You can see it foreshadowing all that. They're gonna do something with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and JD's gonna end up breaking up or making Finn go against Damien. I don't know. It's gonna be something. We're gonna keep seeing, like, bloodline crumbs in the Judgment Day, and that's what I don't like. Like, you don't have to copy the Judgment, not the Judgment. You don't have to copy the bloodline story to try to make the Judgment Day good. And I think that's why a lot of us are not, like, it's a Judgment Day no more, because you see little crumbs and similarities from the bloodline story and the Judgment Day story. Like, the whole Sami thing is going to be the same with JD, and they're going to play it out for months. And then the Judgment Day going to crumble from JD going down. Like, and that's why all of us are just like, no. Like I said, that's how I feel. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. That's just, like I said, it's my opinion. That's how I feel about them. But that'll conclude today's episode. Thank you guys so much for still being here, having the family grow. We're, like I keep saying, we're so close to 1K subscribers, and when we hit 1K, I'm doing something special. I'm doing a special giveaway for y'all. Like, well, I got to give back to y'all for giving back, for loving me and being here and supporting me for the past 3 years. Even if you've been here from the start, if you've been here, or even if you just subscribed yesterday. Like, I love all y'all so much, and I appreciate all y'all so much. This was a great first episode back to the Naja Brinee's Big Podcast Season 2. That's 4. Season 2. Thank you guys so much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.